warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. Chapter 96. The Proclamation of Thunder. Zeus ignites the final decision. A victory is not a victory unless the head of time is severed. It was not evening. It was not dawn. It was that rare moment when time itself paused, awaiting the hand that would cut its thread. Zeus stood at the center of the high hall. He wore no crown. He stood beneath no plume of glory. He was stripped of everything except resolve. His face carved from stone, his eyes made of lightning, his chest a battlefield awaiting its next wound. He spoke not with the tone of command, but with the certainty of fate. We have not won. We merely silenced fronts that weren't enough. This war does not end with a partial fall. Cronus must bow, or be erased. The hall fell silent, but every gaze caught fire. Metis stepped forward. Her face didn't show fear. It was a mirror of what was to come. "If you go alone," she said, "you will not all return. Cronus is not alone, and those with him are not ashes. Atlas, Iapetus, Menoetius, Crius, they are still bones that remember how to break." Hestia cut in, her voice like an icy bolt. "Then we'll fight beside you," Demeter added, fire rising in her chest. "Our blood was not spilled to stain these mountain walls. It's a promise, still waiting to be fulfilled." Metis looked to the skies. "Even the eagles," she said, "circle now, as if awaiting a signal." But Zeus said nothing. He only looked at his brothers, Hades, smiling as if something ancient had returned, Poseidon adjusting the strap of his spear as though he didn't care who agreed or who didn't. Finally, Zeus spoke, his voice like a sky that had once shattered and would never break again. "So be it. Fight, but not all of you. Some must guard Olympus, and someone must shut the gate, if we fall." Metis replied, her voice soaked in blood and oath, "You will not die, but we will ensure you don't return alone." Zeus raised his hand. Suddenly, the eagles took flight from the peaks. The giants rose, as if released from an ancient binding. In the courtyard, the soldiers began stomping the ground. No screams, only rhythm, a rhythm preparing to become a flood. Poseidon ran his hand along the edge of his spear. It's time for the sea to explode in the faces of those who forgot its taste. Hades lowered his helmet over his skull. This is not the time of the dead, but the time of those who know how to live after every fire. Then, Zeus signaled. No one knew what the gesture meant, but all began to move, and so the war had not begun yet, but all of Olympus decided to detonate. And the sky? It would no longer be a haven for calm, but a stage for the fall of those who once believed time could not fall. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, Which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.